Hey guys, it is your gal, Victorious Val Gal, coming at you once again. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about burnout. Yep, burnout. You're exhausted. You work day in and day out. You don't see yourself getting anywhere because you are exhausted. All right, you're not even totally thinking straight because you are exhausted. You are burnt out. You're stressed out. And it is to the point where you don't even have enough strength to complain about it anymore. You stop complaining because you're burnt out. This video is for you. Okay, so what qualifies me to talk to you guys about this today? Well, I'm going to tell you that I am an elite neuroencoding specialist, and all that means is I know how to reprogram your brain, your mind. Okay, it's really your mind. Reprogramming your mind, okay? And I know this because I've had to do this for myself several times, right? Reprogram myself. And I'm still doing it, to tell you the truth, right? And I've been burnt out and stressed out. I told you guys, I just came from a job that had me stressed the heck out. And it wasn't the job itself. It was some of the people that I was working with, namely the supervisor that they put me with, right? So, but I can tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? And it really comes down to working on yourself. So I had to really, and I'm still working on myself. Now, my tool of choice is a journal. It's a journal, okay? That is my tool of choice. This is the thing that got me out unknowingly. I didn't even know that this was going to work. I didn't believe in it back then. But 7 years ago, I was at my lowest point in my life. And I was ready to say bye-bye to the world. And I didn't know I was going to find my answer in a journal. I didn't know that, right? But it is, I'm telling you, there's strength in writing things down in your journal. Okay? There's strength in that, okay? And I still do my gratitude journal today, all right? In fact, this is my gratitude journal, okay? This is my gratitude journal, right? And I love it. It's really a blank journal, and I can do anything I want with it. I put my vision in it. But y'all, it is basically a blank page. Okay? It is basically a blank page with some dots in it. This can be the most intimidating thing in the world. A page, a blank page, and a pen. I get it. I get it. So, I came up with this, right? The Black Woman's Mindfulness Journal, right? And what it does is, it's a coloring book. But you also put your gratitude. There's some prompts in here. And you put your gratitude in here. Okay? So it's absolutely wonderful and fantastic. And that way you don't have to be intimidated by the page. A blank page. Right? If you've got some prompts and things like that, then you can overcome that and kind of overcome that, the intimidation of a blank page. Right? You got some questions that you can answer. It can take you through the process. Okay, so whether it's a blank journal, the description is the link to this is going to be in the description below, or whether you want a mindfulness journal, right? The description, something that kind of helped you out. The description will be in the link below. All right, so journaling is the key. Journaling and quiet time is the key, right? Now, there are things that I can take you guys through, right? Journaling prompts and things like that I can really take you through so that you can get to the point of, okay, my mind is now settled. But this is what you got to do. Okay, some of you have tried everything else except you are intimidated by that blank page. And you have not journaled or scripted anything. And there's tons and tons and tons of different ways to journal. Okay? So it's not just one way is the only way. There's several different ways to do this. Okay? So, I have my own techniques that I love. Okay? I love, now, I'm telling you, I started out with just a blank page. Yeah. And it was really, really, really intimidating. And this is all about relieving stress, okay? But it was very, very, very intimidating to me when I got started because I didn't know what to do. So I started making my own rules, okay? I started making my own rules. My first rule was no one can tell me how to do this except me. I made my own rules up, right? And I would jot down 3 to 5 things a day that I was grateful for. And the time that I love to do it is in the morning, okay? And I find that when you do it in the morning, it sets your whole day. Now, since I've been away from that job, right? I'm telling you, I've been able to really, really work on myself even more. Even though when I was on that job, I was still writing down every day on my way to work. Okay, I was in my journal writing, and what did it do for me? It set the tone for my whole day. So it wasn't as bad as, oh God, I got to go into that job. And I was thinking about all the things that were bad with it. No, I took a look at what am I grateful for? You know, like where are you right now? Like at that moment, I would be in a car on my way to the job. And I was like, I'm grateful that I can just be in the car on my way to somewhere, right? Moving forward, right? And so it doesn't matter how big something is or how small something is, even the smallest things. Like many times in my journal, I will just take a deep breath. Okay, so take a deep breath with me right now. Ooh. Did that not feel good? I hope y'all did that with me, right? Just taking a breath. And I would say, oh my God, I'm so happy and grateful that I can take that breath and it just feels so good. I know it sounds crazy, but just write it down. Because the rule is no one can look at what's in this journal. This is not on display for the world to see. This is for your eyes only. Okay? And so write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. I dare you to do it. And if you do it, comment below, Val, I did it. Okay? Because I want to know. I check my comments. If you comment, I'm going to answer the comments. Okay? So I know that this works because it worked for me. It worked for so many other people. Okay? Listen, I ran across this lady the other day. She takes this to corporations like New York Times, big corporations, and she does workshops of gratitude on how to do a gratitude journal. She takes that to big time corporations, and what? They're getting results with it, right? So I know that this is a real thing because it worked for me and it's worked for so many other people. And that means it will work for you as well. Okay? So you just have to get out of your own way and take time to do it. But this is the way that we recover from burnout. I was burnt out. Even though I was doing my gratitude every single day, right? I I was holding on, I was doing it, right? But I was burnt out. And there is a recovery process to it, right? So, guys, I have this little book right here, the Resiliency Journal, okay? Picked it up at the bookstore, right? Now, I'm not in partnership with them or anything like that, but this is the Resiliency Journal by Maria Gam, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I've only done 4 or 5 days in this. But wow, the prompts in here really, really, really has brought me out, okay? But I want you to know that this is a daily thing that you must do for yourself, right? Like, even though I'm not as burnt out as I was, today I took a break. I took myself out to lunch, okay? And I just gave myself a really good time. I want you to do things like that for yourself. These are ways, not just the writing in the journals, but also taking time for yourself, self-care for yourself. These are the things that give you that bounce back ability, okay? And that it is very important that you take time to do these things for yourself, okay? This is part of the healing journey, okay? And look, life be lifing. We know this. You have ups and you have downs. Life is going to be lifing no matter what. Sometimes you just gotta, hey, let me take a little time out here. Hold on. Tell your significant other, hold on. Tell your kids, hold on. I need to take some time for myself. And it's okay. Now, the best thing that you can do, if you can do it, is schedule time for yourself. Right? Schedule it. Schedule time for yourself. I tell you one thing that I am really about to do is I'm going to do like a little staycation. Staycation. Go somewhere in my own little city and just take a place. Get a place. It might be by the lake. It might be wherever. I love the lake, okay? And just do whatever I want to do. Now, I love to work. Like, I love to work on this, okay? This stuff, my business. I love it. I love to talk to clients. I love to create different challenges. I have a cohort coming up. I have a writing workshop also coming up. And I love to plan things like that, right? And so, and if you want to be in on the workshop or the cohort, both are going to be virtual. The workshop, if you're in town, you can come to it in town. If you want to fly in, you can fly in. All right. But also there's virtual available too, right? So if you want to know more information about that, then click the link. Not click the link below. Well, there is going to be a link below. So there's going to be something in the description. So just make sure you check that out, right? So, but I love doing things like that. So I may take this time that I have. I'm leaving it open. I'm gonna leave because this is my time for me to do whatever I want to do. I happen to just love what I do. But I might get there and not feel like doing nothing but sleeping. Okay? And eating. And that's okay. That is okay. So I'm going to give myself the leeway on this staycation, right? The thing that makes it great is it's a brand new environment. Okay? And so sometimes you want to get on a plane and fly somewhere, right? I don't know if you want to fly somewhere right now. It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not saying not to. But you can do a staycation. You can do something here in town, in your own town. Just be in a whole totally different new location, and it's gonna feel like a little vacation. So you set the parameters. Now, if you have a significant other, you can have your significant other there if you want to. Or you can say, you know what? Time out for all of that. I don't even want my significant other with me. This is my time. And that is okay. All right? That's okay. You're going to set your own rules. You're going to set your own parameters for this, right? It could be 1 day, 2 days. It could be a whole week. It could be whatever you want it to be. All right? But you might get there. You might say, I don't feel like doing nothing. And that's okay. Like, don't beat yourself up for just doing nothing. Or you might take your computer with you and say, I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. And actually do it. And get really into it if it's something that you love to do. But this time for yourself, this staycation, is for you to do whatever it is you want to do. Now, if it's a place where you're going to be cooking your own food and stuff like that, make sure you have everything that you want. So if you need to go by the grocery store first and pick up some stuff, do it. Or if you want to have it delivered, do it. If that's your treat to yourself, if you're always in the grocery store and you're like, I don't even want to go to the grocery store. I just want to deliver it. I just want it delivered. Do it. So during this staycation time, you'll be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? If it's an idea, maybe there's somebody that you've been meaning to get up with, right? You can either call them on the phone, have a conversation, or you can say, hey, why don't you come on over? I'm at blah, 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 blah. If that's what you want to do. You may not want to do that, and that's okay too. In other words, I want you to use your imagination, and why don't you just put it in your journal? Just go ahead, don't wait. Just go ahead and put it in your journal. What it is that you want to do at this staycation. The title can be My Staycation. And that way, you have everything written out, what you want to do. Okay? And then, go ahead and plan it. Plan it. When is it going to be? Put the date on your calendar. Go ahead and reserve the space. Okay? Now, it's a done deal. You know what you're going to do. You know where you're going to be. What's all is going to be there. Okay? It's done. All you got to do is show up. Now, how do you feel? Now that you know it's a done deal, how do you feel? I love my play on words there, right? I made a little rhyme. Now that you know the deal, how do you feel? Write that down right now in your journal after you've done these steps. Go about your regular day tomorrow. Do what you normally do. Show up for work. Do what you normally do. But you know what? I bet now there's something new that's going on here. Because now you have a form of excitement. life is just a little bit sweeter for you. Because now you got something to look forward to. And that is what makes humans, which you are one, this is what makes humans think better, be more energetic, because now you have something to look forward to. You've planned it. You know exactly where it's going to be. You've made your reservations. Da 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 da. And now it's done. See what happens. See if that don't make you have a little bit more energy. See if that doesn't make it so that you have less stress. Because now you have something to look forward to. And if you're feeling a little bit guilty about the money part, let me address that. If you're feeling, you have this little, as I've been speaking, you got this little thought, well, I got to pay for that. I don't have no money for that. If I want you to pay attention on what you are telling yourself right now, or what have you been telling yourself. That is a limiting belief. Remember, limiting beliefs are lies. Well, wait a minute, Val. You don't know my budget. You don't know what's going on. All I know is whenever you have a bill that's due, right? You pull a little bit from here, a little bit from there. You make that thing happen, don't you? And guess what? You can do the same for yourself for this staycation. It just has to be important enough to you. Make it important. Because if you continue to do what you've been doing, that's not a way to live. And remember, when you're high, you can fly. But when you're low, your very destiny, you will blow. So, do not blow your destiny. Give yourself a staycation and plan it now. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. I will see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.